Making our headlines today, Thursday, March 12th, the Department of Labor and Pensions says early compliance with the increased minimum wage has been positive. 13 recruits are currently being trained to serve as Customs and Border Control officers, and the Cayman national cricket team is coming closer to qualifying for the ICC T20 World Cup. Good evening and welcome to CIGtv News, your official source for the latest and most accurate government information. I am Takia Smith. The Cayman Islands increased its minimum wage to $8.75 as of January 1st, 2026. As we near the end of first quarter, the Department of Labor and Pensions says that the change has been received positively thus far. Deputy Director of Labor and Pensions, Ms. Jaffia Laval-Linwood, joined us to share more.
On January 1st, the minimum wage was increased from $6 to $8.75. There are some special categories that remain, which would be our live-in domestic helpers who would now be paid a minimum wage of $6.56 and employers would then be allowed to apply 25%, which would be the $2.19 towards accommodations and utilities. We have those employees that are paid solely on commission, who would now be paid at a rate of $6.56, with the employer being allowed to apply, in this situation again, 25% of the minimum wages, which is the $2.19 towards making up the $8.75. However, all commissions are still payable. The third and final category would be those establishments that have an approved gratuity scheme, meaning one approved by the Director of Labor and Pensions. The minimum wage for those establishments would be $6.56. And very important, there is no 25% allotment allowed to make up the minimum wage in that category. Employees who fall within that category are to be paid all gratuities earned in any given pay period. You know, thankfully, things are going extremely well, in my opinion, very, very smoothly. And when I say that, that's not to say that there aren't any issues, but in terms of our, from a compliance perspective and our numbers since the increase, those numbers are relatively low when it comes to inquiries, complaints, any preliminary investigations. I am very pleased with the fact that employees and employers are reaching out to the department to better understand the changes that have been made to the minimum wage order.
While there has not been a high number of reports of non-compliance, Mrs. Linwood did encourage employers and employees to reach out if they have questions or concerns.
We have varying avenues that you can reach out to the DLP. Now, if it's just a simple inquiry that you have, you can email us on dlp@gov.ky. You can call the office, 945-8960. Our receptionist is extremely helpful, and if she's not able to answer those frequently asked questions, she'll then put it to one of our officers to assist you. We have daily walk-ins, so you can attend the office anytime between 9 and 4, and you will get assistance. We also offer Zoom meetings. So we want to be accessible to the public.
In our second story for today, the Cayman Islands Customs and Border Control Service has welcomed 13 new recruits into its latest training program. In addition to classroom instruction, recruits will take part in physical fitness training and scenario-based exercises before graduating as fully operational officers. We will be sure to share additional details on the cohort as they progress. And now for today's sports news. Cayman's national cricket team has been making the most of their opportunity as hosts for the ICC Group B T20 Men's World Cup cricket qualifier. As at press time, Cayman remains undefeated in the qualifier, having defeated Argentina, Mexico, and Suriname in preliminary matches. The tournament continues through March 15th with 2 matches per day at the Jimmy Powell Oval in West Bay. For more information, you can follow Cayman_cricket on Instagram. Time for today's weather forecast. Currently, we're experiencing light winds with smooth to slight seas across the Cayman area, and will do so for the next 24 hours due to a slack pressure gradient across the Northwest Caribbean. Satellite imagery shows patches of layered cloud across the Northwestern Caribbean region. Tonight, we will have mostly fair skies with a 20% chance of showers. Temperatures will fall near the mid to upper 70s. Winds will be north to northeast at 5 knots or less, and seas will be smooth to slight with wave heights less than 2 feet. For local weather updates, be sure to visit the Cayman Islands National Weather Service website, that's weather.gov.ky, and follow their Facebook page for the most reliable coverage. If you're watching us on YouTube, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest and most accurate government information. My name is Takia Smith. It's been a pleasure to be with you this evening. We'll see you tomorrow.